This is something I want everybody to hear. I'm just a little busy. My daughter got her spacers in, so Dad's making chicken noodle soup because she's mouth is a little sore from the spacers and his braces next week. So that sound you're hearing is me cutting up celery, carrots, and onion. But I want to talk about dreams and some of the things that have been happening to them, and not the dreams that go on in the spirit, like some of the things we're talking about, like the actual dreams coming to fruition in real life, because I think people have been seeing a lot of the things that I've wanted to do, I've been dreaming for and praying for are starting to take shape. And I want to start sharing some of the real reasons why these things are occurring, because I feel like too often when people have a comeuppance or things start to change or grow for them, we really don't provide a roadmap or a blueprint to each other as to why, especially in my community. Now, I'm going to tell you one of the smartest things that I've done in my life is remove people from my life. And I say that with the very, very serious nature of it. Most people who know me because I've been a very sociable person. And so I know a lot of people. It really did not occur to me that just because you know everybody doesn't mean everybody likes you. And the fact of the matter is that a lot of people who I've been around, sometimes 10, 15, 20 years even, well, they don't really care for me like they say they do. At least not like a friendship, because outside of my presence, they talk behind my back. And that's fine, gossip happens, but my brother and I were having a conversation last night, and this is something that's very true. The words that you speak will come to fruition, and so will the words of others who speak about you. And so, your circle is important, not about what people say when you're around them in each other's company, but how they speak about you behind your back. I was on the phone with somebody last night, and it's funny, this person has thought highly of me. And, when a black man is confident and ambitious, he's only a step away from becoming arrogant when somebody doesn't like what he says. And it just reminded me that because of how I can carry myself and because of my gifts and because of my light, oftentimes I do come off as arrogant. And rather than people actually befriending me or trying to teach me some humility, they would prefer to talk about it. And all of those people are gone because all of those people were blocking my blessings. And there are probably people in your life that are blocking your blessings too. I had a friend, and I still consider them to be a friend, but I noticed that every time I brought around a woman that I liked, they did not seem to be, kind. And then I look at some of the troubles that I've experienced in relationships, and I say to myself, is this person for me or against me in the spirit, in terms of my happiness, in terms of me wanting to find love? And I prayed about it, and the answer was no, and I don't hang out with that person hardly anymore. And quite frankly, they owe me an apology for their behavior because they think I don't see their behavior. And really what happened is I grew up and I just started watching people's actions, and I stopped listening to things that everybody said to me. And when I started doing that, things started happening for me. So if you're not where you need to be, first thing you need to do is one of the things I started doing a couple of years ago, which is evaluating your circle and everybody in your circle. I don't tolerate any disrespect anymore, any sideways friendship. If you consort with people who have talked about me, I don't care if they talked about me 20 years ago. I don't care if they talked about me 5 minutes ago. I don't deal with you anymore because I can't afford to be blocked in the spirit from my blessings because you want to consort and gossip with fools. And so I got a lot of people that I love dearly, but I will not be seeing you until you remove those weak MFers out your circle. Period. In point blank, because that's what they are, because a sign of weakness is having to talk about somebody else instead of doing the things that God has for you out here in the world. And stop concerning yourself with what other people are doing. Concern yourself with the things that you can control. But it seems oftentimes people would rather do the opposite. And so I say this, and I'm very serious when I say this. Watch who you cling to and watch who you're talking to you. The more I remove people, the more he reveals to me. The more of the words that I speak about my dreams start to come true. You see, what people really do, especially people who love you sometimes, when they see your light, when they see your gifts, they don't want you to elevate. They don't want you to prosper. like they say it to your face like they do, but they don't, because the reality of the matter is your elevation might lead to leaving them behind. And you can't be concerned with that. What God has for you is what God has for you. And what God has for them is what God has for them. And if it's meant for your journey to continue with them, well, they're going to level up the way that you're leveling up, because that's what God is going to have in store for your relationship. And if they don't, that'll tell you everything that you need to know. So I just want to tell you, stop consorting with people who consort with people who don't get down with you. People who aren't happy for you in every aspect of your life, it's like you don't get to be just happy for me at your convenience. You're either happy for me all the way, all the time, or you're not. No weakness, no disrespect, no insurrection, no playing both sides of the field, no more being friends with my enemies, or people who don't wish me well, or the words that they speak in the spirit about me are meant to tear me down and tear me apart. One of the main things that's happened, and I said this to my brother last night when we were talking. My brother's currently practicing a little Ramadan right now, so he's going through some clarity himself, which is what Ramadan usually does for people who follow that faith. Listen here. The people that are supposed to be with you are going to be with you. And people, listen to what I'm about to say, this is very important. People can't talk about or gossip about what they don't know. Like this kitchen that I'm sitting in right now, I've been in this home for a few years now. Nobody knows where I live, really. And that's intentional. My cousin, who's my best friend, my big brother, my producer, my everything to me, he just got this address for the first time yesterday. There's not even 20 people that have the address to my house. You see, because what you don't know about, you can't speak about. Nobody really knows where I am anymore. Nobody really knows what I'm doing anymore unless they actually see it when it's getting done. You don't have time to block my blessings when all you see is me getting blessed. I don't put people in position to block my blessings anymore. That means a lot of people ain't welcome in my home, welcome in my space, welcome in my face. And the only time that you'll feel lonely in that is that if you don't have a relationship with God. Because like I told my brother last night, I said, I'm alone, bro, but I don't ever feel lonely. And that's the power of having a real relationship with God. When I need somebody to talk to, I just talk to him. I don't need to talk to no person, no human being about anything. They can't really do anything for me anyway until he activates it. So it's like, what am I talking to you for, wasting my time with you for anyway? I was telling a lot of people lately, it's like, well, if you read actually how Jesus talks in the scripture, he actually talks like a man on a mission. He's not talking like a man that's really out here to kick it with everybody. He had a purpose and a job to do, and he let you know what his purpose and his job was, and then he kept it moving. And he didn't keep his head in one place too long. And now I can see literally, well, part of why he moved like that, it's not just because in the physical, nefarious characters will try to capture him, but also in the spirit by staying around too long with the wrong people, or the people that don't mean him well. Put your soul in jeopardy, put your spirit in jeopardy. And so, these are just some things that I wanted to share. It's been on my mind. I had an excellent conversation with my brother last night. And somebody called me arrogant last night, which I haven't heard in a while. And part of why it triggered me, I realized it's like, oh, well, I haven't even put anybody in any sort of position to call me arrogant, because I don't talk to people anymore. And I definitely don't talk to people that talk about me that way. And that person is about to find out soon that I'm not talking to them anymore either. So choose wise. Be kind, love your brothers and sisters, and in the spirit, watch you is talking about you to your face, behind your back. Words are powerful, people. Words are very, very powerful. You may not think that the words that people are saying are accounted, but the devil is here taking souls, and everything about you is being accounted for, good and bad. And what other people are saying about you, the devil is taking to God and holding you on trial in the spirit and in court and blocking your blessings. See, can't nobody really hold me to court or trial because there's nothing to say, because I'm not around you. I don't deal with you. I don't talk to you. I don't mess with you. I probably wouldn't wave to you if I seen you in the street. If I did see you in the street, I'd probably tell you about yourself. But even God has a way of working on that with me. So even that part of me is starting to die slowly as well. Y'all be humble, be blessed. Have a wonderful day. Wu-Tang forever.